Hello, everybody. This is Shrike playing more one-turn kill. Today we are going for the true ending, the complete ending. We got to go the whole distance and beat Rita with enough bias available to us. So that's what we're doing. We might end up doing some time lapses, depending on how difficult this is. And I don't want to wear out my voice too much. So let's get into it and leave a like if you enjoyed this and subscribe if not already. I didn't intend to actually record my mic here, but I beat it first try, so okay. It means we don't have to do Rex anymore if we don't really want to, but that was actually pretty straightforward. So, here comes the hard part. Here comes the hard part. Well, I've got double of these, so I may as well get some... So I gotta be careful. I could stop him from... yeah, stop him now. We need to start hitting him with everything we've got, more or less. These are gonna get frozen. Choose to use one now while I can. Could Axiom Core actually just save us. Well. No, he just marked them again. Well, it's fine. Wait. Okay. It's like, why is he still marking even more of them? Okay, the Axiom Core is still in our deck. It would be pretty nice to have. I'm making this heavier, but I didn't draw it. Of course not. Of course not. I don't have enough damage. I do this, then I don't have enough in my deck. Oh, we lose. Okay, well, that's how it goes. Okay. Oh my gosh, we're here again. We did it. That didn't actually take that many tries. Surprisingly. I don't know what I'm gonna... I guess I'm gonna show that whole run, but... it was mostly clean, I would say. Although they all start blending together, so I don't remember if the... there was one of them that was kind of awkward, but it's okay. That might have been the last run I did. I don't remember anymore. Wow, okay. Don't know what future Shrike's gonna do for editing that, because I wasn't commentating during that whole time to save myself the voice, because I am obviously still sick. But we're going to go into Rita next for the true end, maybe. All right, Rita, you promised, and now you have to fess up. Sis, before I do, can I make one suggestion? What is it? Is it to die? No. Won't you stay here in this world with me? What are you saying? Looking back on things, I've never spoken with you this much before, sis. Not until coming here. Our conversations may have been trivial, but we never ran out of things to talk about. All that's waiting for us in the real world are days full of endless missions and work, right? I thought spending time here, you and me, would be a lot more fun. Well, we don't spend a lot of time together because I'm having to go through the gauntlet every time, lady. You being serious? I am. Besides, spending time here makes you forget your troubles. Like how I'm incredibly weak, so useless. True. Every time we spar, you are by far the weakest. Rita, I've told you before, you're not. No, you don't know the half of it. I'm nothing but a weakling. If I weren't so weak, you'd still be alive right now. Gasp! We're not really alive. Who would have guessed? And we're stuck in a simulation. That's all my fault. You died because you had to protect me, despite the fact that you were stronger than anyone. I see. I thought that might be the case. If you make it out of here, you'll be gone forever. That can all be solved if we stay here together. This may not be reality, but I'd stay anywhere if I were to be with you. That's a stupid suggestion. Huh? I can't keep you locked up in here knowing the truth. What can I say to make you see my point? Rita, will this dream end if I defeat you? Get ready. This is not a practice battle. But why? Why don't you see my point? That was 300 HP. Okay. Well then. I don't see any reason to change what we've been doing. In fact, it's even easier against her. I'm suspicious. There's gotta be some kind of catch, right? Surely. Just made everything more expensive, but okay, like whatever. In fact, I have enough to kill her right now. So let's just do that. Exacxies. No, help, sis. Oh, my dream has 400 HP. We keep our current deck. Well, okay. And she's going to do bad stuff. Applies 10 seals to hand. Except it's only gonna be 3 apparently. Just doesn't have that much HP though. So it's like, am I really in that big of a concern? I should Axiom Core just in case. Just in case, you know. Turns hand to deck. I mean, that's fine. I was going to do that anyways, to be honest. Discard 1 card from hand, decreases damage dealt to enemies by 6. Okay. Withdraw a weapon? Please, no! You gotta be kidding me! What? The odds! They're so good. That's so dirty. My revive. I get to play. I don't get to play. We just sit here and stare at each other. Bro, I'm gonna have to do all that over again. I'm gonna have to do it all over again. What? Why? Why is that a mechanic? Why is that a mechanic? Okay, I get to claim all the rewards at least. The crafting materials I don't need. Wow. Wow. Okay, then. Okay, we're back to her. I did it like on the next try, so that's cool. We've gotten exceedingly good at this. But if I do this, wait, let's do this. So we want to set up for the second phase, if at all possible. And have things just ready to nuke them down. You know? Ability changes. Okay. One card in hand, decreases cost of 0, attack 0, and applies fragile. Okay. That'll probably be fine. I'm going to want one of these to be guaranteed, and probably this. Fog clearing? Okay, that's fine. Oh, I did that one instead of this one. Well, okay. That's way more than enough damage. That's just barely enough. Okay. No, help, sis. But I'm your sister, apparently. Alright. Well, I wish I had a duplicate. That'd be so good. That'd be so good. But I do not. I think we just have to go ham. Probably should have done that first, but... Oh, crap. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'll just return everything. Okay. Here we go. Zero phase 3. No? I know I can't stay here forever, but I can't go on. I go back to the real world. There will come a day when I can no longer clearly recall your voice or your face. I can't stand even the thought. So this is a story of grief. After coming here, you and I have talked a lot. We've battled too. It's kind of like if you could have an AI version of your dead sibling that was everything like them. They could only exist in that particular world or framework. Would you do it? Would you? Because they're technically like a brain copy of them, they are sentient. So you are dooming them to live in that world forever. Or as long as you're willing to keep those servers running. It's kind of like torturing. Only so that you don't have to deal with grief. But also they're sentient, so you're keeping someone alive in that regard. So... that's also a good thing. You could argue both ways for sure. Living means eventually losing memories, no matter how precious they once were. Humans aren't machines after all. So you're telling me to just accept it? I can't. Your life should have never ended here. I'm the one who robbed you of everything you had yet to accomplish. Everything you still wish to do. Yet you expect me to forget all that and move on with my life? You don't need to worry about that, Rita. Huh? Even if you were to forget everything, it's not like everything never happened. It's true. Just because nobody remembers you doesn't mean you didn't exist, and that you didn't have an impact on the world. No matter how fun or happy your memories, no matter how sad you may feel, like now, those memories will eventually fade until one day you forget them entirely. That doesn't mean that we never came to know each other or to love one another. It doesn't change the fact that we were happy during our time together. I probably never told you this, but even when I was alive, I think I was okay with my life ending at any moment. But you are a mercenary, so you're willing to kill, you're willing to be killed. Why? Because I had you. My life had more than enough value simply because I had you in it. If there was ever a favor I had to ever request of you, I'll be for you. I'll leave this place and continue living in the real world. Are you sure that's what you really want, sis? There's a game I want to talk about here, but it'll be complete spoilers. And because it was so good of a Well, it wasn't. Yeah, it was a twist. It was a major twist, but the reveal of it was so gloriously good. I wouldn't want to rob anyone of that, even by mentioning the game name. But if you know, you know. Of course it is. Rita, I'll always watch over you, even if you forget me. So don't be afraid. Sis, I'm so happy I had you in my life. Really? I guess you're right. Me too. I'm glad to have had you too. You'd also keep us in this computer and just come back occasionally, you know, and chat. Well, I better be going, but sis, what is it? I love you. I always will. Me too. I also love me, is what she just said. Actually, it's originally Japanese, so she probably just said, you know, Tashimo, but bye, Rita. Be well. He's crying. Oh, she was actually strict. That is not really what I was expecting. She just woke up in bed. Okay. The mechanics of this game are fantastic for the most part. The balance between, do you want to play higher cost cards that draw through your deck faster as well? Therefore, you then cannot play higher cost cards because you don't have enough things in your deck. Versus if your cards are too cheap, you're not drawing enough and you can't replenish your cards enough in your hand. I would say the game is a little bit on the hard side, actually, for like these deck builder type games. But I wouldn't say overwhelmingly so. It was definitely a challenge, but that's a good thing. If I just breezed through it and had no losses or anything like that, then it definitely would have been less impressive. Some of the boss mechanics are very, very difficult. And if you're doing all 4 of them in a row, or 5, 6 in this case, you really need your deck to be able to handle all these different types of modes. So can you handle having crap loads of overload added to your deck? Can you handle your cards getting more and more expensive? Or if you do the alternative to D-Rex, can you handle losing information about your cards or having their costs changed constantly, randomly? The 4th boss, what's his name? Bulk. I did skip him for that just because it was way fast to get back there. And I already got the achievement for getting Dorito with bias 20. And I already got all the rewards and I've already upgraded all the cards. So there was no point in doing Bulka again. For God knows how many time. Their HP got kind of absurd. I don't know what other kind of decks people built compared to mine. But like I tried like various things and I always end up going back to this. It has 2 modes, so if everything's very expensive, heavy blows just do tons of damage. And they benefit from the buffs because the buffs will get them over that 50 threshold just so they hit twice. Axiom cores, obviously they're very heavy, so they make heavy blow more powerful too. And then the other mode, of course, is BAS, which hits 3 times. So every buff you give it is multiplied 3 times. Now, the downside to that is you have to spend a lot of turns buffing BAS up to be able to do as much damage as heavy blow. But it has a higher ceiling. So, while heavy blow, you're reliably doing 100, 120 damage. Sometimes more, but with BAS, once you buff it completely, you're doing 190, 200 damage with each of them. And then you clone it and you do another 200 damage. And file clearing was it was okay. It let us get some card draw and some medium damage to finish things off. Tea Ceremony was pretty clutch a lot of the time to make things playable. Or to make sure we don't overdraw. um, to make Axiom Core actually playable. So my problem was I didn't upgrade Tea Ceremony until very late. I didn't realize the upgraded version just there's no cost limitation on it. You can just make anything cost 0. It's so much better. Fun game, that's for sure. You know, I never played the trading dummy. So I guess I'll do this while we just, you know, talk a little bit more. Although my voice is dying, so I don't know how I can actually talk. Let me make these cheaper just so that I can... I think there's an achievement for killing Scarecrow. Which I have not done here because I wasn't being optimal whatsoever. I guess there's still a chance I could. It's unlikely. I'm gonna have to Axiom Core. In order to make it happen. Even then, I don't think it's gonna be enough. Yeah, I just don't have enough damage. Yeah, everything's upgraded, I think. I've got almost 1,400 more chips. That's how many tries it took to do some of these. Well, if you enjoyed this, leave a like and subscribe if you're not already. And I will see you guys in the next series. I'm not sure what we'll play, but I play lots of roguelikes, deck builders. Usually in longer format than these videos have been, but due to my sickness, nobody wants to listen to me talk like this for 3 hours straight like I normally would. So I will see you guys next time.